it's Dr. Nicole Bonner with Healing Hands and Manahawkin, and we've been talking about the beautiful process of healing that goes on inside of your body day in and day out. And as long as your body is in a state of health and healing, well, then you're healthy, you're vibrant, you have energy, you are not fatigued. But if your body is not in a state of health or in a state of healing, that's when disease begins. Now, this is really important. Are you ready for this? How do you know that the state of disease began? And most of you are going to say, well, I know that there's a disease when I start to feel bad or when I start to feel symptoms. And that mindset, that thought process has gotten us into so much trouble as humans. Why? Because wouldn't you agree that you can have disease growing inside of your body for decades and not know it, not feel it, not have any symptomatology? I'm sure every single one of you said yes to that answer, right? So what's important then? What's important is let's figure out how then do we keep our body in a state of health and healing and get out of a state of breakdown and dysfunction and disease. Now, some of you might be saying, well, medication. Let's get colonoscopies and mammograms and preventative type of testing. And then if that preventative type of testing shows anything, then we can start treating it. We can start treating it with medication. So here's the problem with what medicine terms preventative. By the time that test finds the disease is already present. So yeah, they're finding it before you actually feel it, but they're not finding it before it actually develops. So then how do we get our bodies to function at a higher level, to heal at a better rate, and to balance itself, to do what it's supposed to do before the disease process actually happens? Well, that's where chiropractic shines. That's actually where chiropractic, it shines. It will outweigh and trump medicine any day, okay? And here's the reason why. This is the benefits of chiropractic care for the healing process in the body. Number one, what we now know through peer-reviewed, published research, literature, data that's been peer-reviewed, it's been published, it's been proven, we know this to be true. Research it yourself, but regular chiropractic care improves immune system function. The nervous system plays a vital role in the immune system function. In fact, when you look under a microscope and you look at an immune cell and you look at a nerve cell, they look very, very similar. They're morphologically similar, okay? When the nervous system is functioning properly, it also helps the immune system to function properly and improves the body's ability to not only fight off germs, viruses, bacteria, and parasites, things like that, but the immune system also plays a role in healing of damaged tissue, right? So what happens when you have heart disease? Well, the tissue becomes damaged, right? That's why when people have heart disease, it leads to a heart attack. The tissue becomes damaged, right? So your nervous system, your brain and your nervous system have a potential to heal damaged tissue. We see it happening all the time. In the last video, we talked about how my son broke a bone and the body healed itself. The body actually mended bone back together. We take it for granted. We see this stuff all the time. We take it for granted. The second thing that the brain and the nervous system can do is it can actually reduce inflammation. Now, if you've been paying attention, you should have a question here. Why? Because we've been telling you in these last videos leading up to this how inflammation is actually a good thing. The medical professionals tell you that it's a bad thing, but we've been telling you all along that inflammation is a good thing. So now, what the heck are you talking about, right? Well, number one, inflammation serves a purpose. Why? Because when something becomes inflamed, it's because blood is being drawn to the area, and blood is bringing vitamins, minerals, nutrients, oxygen, all of the things that tissue needs to heal. Okay, so inflammation is good. But too much, just like anything else, too much of anything is not good, right? So too much inflammation, right, can also become a problem. So when that inflammation gets out of balance, right, when that inflammation gets out of balance, then it can actually become a problem. It can actually become a detriment, right? So by regulating the nervous system can help regulate, because the nervous system, the brain regulates everything. So the brain and the nervous system can help regulate the inflammation in the body so that the inflammation doesn't go too much and the inflammation doesn't go too low. The inflammation goes just right in order to accelerate all the healing processes that have to go on inside of the body. The third thing that regular chiropractic care does, you guys already know this because I've alluded to it a million times, but regular chiropractic care helps improve the nervous system function. Why? Because although you may think that chiropractors are bone doctors, we're actually really nervous system doctors. The only reason why we look to the bones is because the spinal bones encase and is attached to the spinal cord. And your spinal cord has to be free and clear of stress and pressure from the bone in order to be able to do its job of transmitting information from the brain into the body. And that's how the body heals. If that makes sense, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. If that makes sense, please give us a comment down below. Let me know that you're following this. And the fourth thing that regular chiropractic care is help with stress reduction, right? Chronic stress can have a huge negative impact on the rate at which your body heals. If you are under chronic stress, I will guarantee that your healing has slowed down. So regular chiropractic care, it helps the body to relax, it helps the nervous system to relax, it helps the body to balance out, it helps your body to become in homeostasis. And for those who have gotten adjusted, comment below if you have. Have you ever gotten adjusted and it's not even like the pain in your body went away, but it's more so like you just had this overall feeling of well-being or peace in your body after an adjustment? Have any of you guys experienced that? If you've been adjusted by me, I know you guys have been experienced that. You better pipe up and share that information with people because people need to know that, right? It's really a beautiful thing. It's really a beautiful thing. Once we start releasing pressure off of the nervous system and the body is able to better heal and adapt to environmental changes, to bugs, germs, things in the environment, it's a complete game changer. So anyway, we love you guys. Share your comments below. We want to know what you're thinking. Hopefully these videos are providing you a tremendous amount of value.